Hey, it's Gary from GAN Railroad, and today's video is about York October 2023. Little conversation on not much, mostly my York haul and everything that I got. I'm looking around here and I got probably a little bit more than I thought, but I bought a lot of small things. Let's get started. Okay, first things I got here, bought some more engineer hats, Broadway Limited from Pennsylvania Railroad, and got this. I don't know why it just appealed to me. So I'll just put this one on the Penn Central. This is for you, Dak Man. Penn Central, Dak Man. Oh, and it's not Reading. Penn Central, Dak Man. All right, let's take a look. First thing here, I got a caboose. Pennsylvania Railroad was 18 bucks. I don't think this thing's ever been used. Oh, and it has lights in it. When I buy stuff, I don't always take it out and look at it like I'm supposed to, especially rolling stock. But it's a caboose. Guess it's been used, but it's a Pennsylvania caboose that lights up. It's an older version, but it's one I don't have, so I purchased that. It's got red lights here too. Let me put this up here. What else did I get here? At the LCCA store, well, their little booth there, pretty big booth, they had these cat things here. Put on your layout. So that's what they have. It was actually part of the R.J. Corman flat that they did. They did a custom flat car with R.J. Corman. Oh, it has rope here to tie it on, I guess, onto your car. But it goes under the R.J. Corman. I didn't really want the R.J. Corman car. It looks nice, but they had this was only I think like 29 bucks or something. So I couldn't pass it up. I'll put it on a flat car myself or somewhere in the layout. Let's see what else do we have here. It's got some barrels to paint. And I got two of these. Now, if you live in Pennsylvania, these will look cool on your layout. I know right where I could put one of them. Just a scale Amish buggy. So I can put this in the layout. What's it say there? 2023 October open house. Okay, well. So I got that. What else today? Bumpers for. That's actually for tubular track, but that's what my trolley runs on. So having bumpers for them is a good idea. Let's see what else do we have here. All right, hard to find U.S. Steel stuff. I got this Atlas. U.S. Steel coil car. I got this from the Grabowskis. So there we go. U.S. Steel. And it does come with the steel coils, which actually look pretty good. I don't know if you can see the ribbed in it, so it looks like they're on layers, but hard to find U.S. Steel stuff. Bethlehem Steel's easy. What else? Another thing I got at Grabowski's was the Lionel Lines milk car. I know a lot of people don't do Lionel lines, so look at it real quick. No, it does not have sprung trucks, but I only paid 45 bucks for it. They really should put sprung trucks on it. With RMT, ready-made trains, and Menards putting out stuff on the low end that don't have trucks on it, they need to really consider that. And I heard Nick from Nick's Crossing talking about that, and he's right. If you're paying $50 now. I know that might be the lower end, but it's not anymore in a hobby. So Lionel's got to at least put some sprung trucks on things. What else do we have? This I bought off somebody, $25 because it says on the label that it's dusty. Ooh. So just some. Is it here? Stock car. If I can get it out of here. So use stock car, yeah, it's dusty. But Pennsylvania Railroad, I don't really have much stock cars. Yeah, I guess that's dusty. Whatever. Let's call it weathered. Looks fine. Okay, this is from the LCCA. Just more trucks. Let me take these out here. 3-piece set. These are die-cast vehicles, so line scale truck. Have a delivery van, parcel service. And let's see what this one is. They come in series when they sell these. This is through the LCCA. Oh, wow, okay. Nice die-cast cement truck. And it does spin around, all right. Like that. There's a little chute on the other side. That moves too, wow. Nice, this is a nice little set. Something down here. Oh. SDM tank train, detailed molded body, metal handrails, metal brake wheel, die-cast trucks. Okay, this is a nice $35. Again, this is Grabowski's. They had a huge booth there. The nice GATX thing. Nice. Nice sprung trucks. And they do go up. All right. See, well, that's taken care of. And somebody was selling just loosely. I do buy some MPC era stuff, another stock car. I know. It's $15, and I mean, it's in good shape. So I bought it. I run MPC era. That I looked. Okay. T-shirts. They got long sleeve T-shirts, and then they got 3 for $50. What I got? I got a new CSX. The old one shrunk. Here's 2 new ones they have. I'm a sucker for these types of cars, so I got the shirt, the rail box, and this was the big seller. And I got the last one in XL. They only had a few small ones left, but the guy said this was the hottest seller. East Broad Top. It's like 3 for $50. Basically, it's $10 off to get 3 shirts. They're $20 a piece. What else do I have here? Odds and ends here. Static wrist. I'm going to try. This is a 12 millimeter. I'm going to try something, putting this on armatures for pine trees that I bought to see if I can make the long needles on the trees. I don't know if anybody's tried that. If you have, let me know. This is the thing I bought at B&B Tools. Put your engine on it, on a track, and it makes the wheel spin. So if you're working on it or want to clean it or something. What else do we have? I bought some stickers, more static wrist, Atlas bumpers. Oh, Got a Miller Engineering sign. Normally this is 50. I got it for, what is it? $28. Smokey the Bear. Some Atlas bumpers. Where's the other? Just supplies, B&B. Oh, this is good stuff. A heavy twine. It's the green color. I'm going to use this is for telephone wires to string your telephone poles. Now, I don't know when I'm going to do that in the future, but this is flexible so it won't break if you step on it. And just some glue and stuff. Nothing really special to show anything that anybody would care about. But that's just to give you an idea of all the stuff you could get there. What's that down there? More static Ruth. What do we have here? This was a $10 or something they had. $10 for these at the LCCA store. Show you. And then I bought these shells for $1. Now, if you're asking why I bought these shells for $1, I'm going to practice weathering on them. I think it's a better idea. Maybe I'll do a video on this. This is the Atlas catalog, book on steel mills. Let's see what else we have here. Okay, and a few more things here. I bought a banjo signal. So let's take it out here. I don't know if this is used or not. Again, I didn't open it up, but I should have. No, it hasn't been used, I guess. So I got a banjo signal. I'll eventually get that hooked up. Okay. Here's one more engine, or not an engine, a piece of rolling stock that I found to be really interesting. So it's something unique that I wanted to have. It's a lighted car. As I was looking around, I noticed there were a bunch of these, but it is the Western Union Telegraph Company car, and it says Camp Car Line Forces. Okay, and it lights up. Obviously, there's the silhouettes. There's the ends. The other side's basically the same in the ends, and there's the top. And this guy's working in the telegraph. You can see the shades and everything. So, okay, what just fell over was wonderful. Just I got a Glenn Schneider shelving. All right, whoopee. And 3 more things to show here. Let's see. All right, one here is a mystery box, because I forget. All I know is I ordered something from Trains and they were going to deliver it at York, so I didn't have to pay shipping. So let's see what we got here. There's 4 things. One doesn't have a box. It's down here. Put rubber bands on everything. Okay. It's just a green Pennsylvania boxcar. Lionel. And, okay. It's a Rail King Pennsylvania yellow and brown semi-scale reefer car. There it is, semi-scale. The doors do not open. They are mold it in underneath. Very plain. I think, does the roof open? No, the roof doesn't open. So it is semi-scale, but I don't care. And we have Pennsylvania bulkhead flat car. I forgot I bought this completely. Wow, this is nice. There we go. Pennsylvania bulkhead flat car, Rail King. Now, does this load? Oh, the load does come out. Okay. So I could take the load out if I wanted to. Just use it as a bulkhead car. But I won't do that. I'm not going to do that. I'll run it like this. Oh, and these pipes move around, so kind of shift. Okay. It's nice. Got one last thing in here. And this is how they sent it. No box. I'm not as concerned about boxes unless it's a passenger cars because they are so expensive to make, not just to have big. Oh, okay. This was a MPC era, but this is one of the better cars from back then. It's this with a road grader on it. The wheels are a little off there, shifted, but that's okay. That's what this is. This is a die-cast road grader. It's heavy, and I do think it could come off there. Yeah, it's just a tie, or twisty ties. But this is plastic itself. The deck is fake sprung trucks, but this is die cast. That's why I really got it. Some of this construction equipment I'm starting to get into to have stuff that looks cool. And then there's two other things here. Let me get them out. Okay, I found a few other small things. Just some people I got here was $30. I got standing people, sitting people. Again, the guy in the white hall, that's the hall all the way at the very top of the complex. Got these stickers here for road striping. You cut them out and you put just they're stickers actually. Just put them on your roads and it gives you striping instead of using a striping pen, which I've tried and I'm not good at. So this is way easier. Found a car here. Another car. This is MPC era. This was actually from an LCCA 1979 convention. As you can tell, if it's not a reefer or a box car, it's usually a tank car that I like. There we go. Nice little inexpensive item. Pretty heavy. So this was it says here LCCA, July 28th, 1979, Wheeling, West Virginia. And there's an Airco company near me, so that's why I picked this up. It's an inexpensive way to, if you're just getting started, MPC is a good way to get into the hobby, getting some rolling stock going and all that. And two more items here. This was my actual big purchase. Why I really only purchased actually one engine this time, and it was a pre-purchase. I'm not going to be doing this again. I did it last time in April. So next time I go, hopefully I'll be able to go in April. Peanuts, wonderful. It's Ross switches. So let's see what this one is here. This is the left-hand regular switch. You know what this is for? This is for a yard. This is for a yard switch, and I always get the DZ1000s. I'm not going to really take it out of the wrapping because I have to decide when I'm going to work on it. And that's a whole video in itself. I got one of these. I'm going to replace it on an Atlas switch. I still have that bunch of Atlas switches in the switch machine on it's broken. So I'll put this on. They're supposed to be pretty easy to do. Make a video on that. Another, this is the 072 switch that I got that goes off the main line into the yard. This is another ready switch, one right, one left. This way the yard switch, it has 4 lanes, but this actually will make it 5. It's a whole kit you get. Let's see. Oh, here we go. You get some Gargraves curve pieces and 2 little straights. And then you put it on this. This is a comes with 3 remotes here. Okay, I'll take this one out to show you. In case you're thinking of building a yard. This. And I like this better than stacking switches. So it comes on here, and then there's the other curve switch goes off of here. The 2 that I just showed you, these 2 switches go off of it. So it turns it from 4 lanes into 6. So it'll go outward and I'll have 6 lanes going out. But these are 3 inches off of each other, 3.5 inches. So the total of this for 6 lanes is actually only 20 inches. So it's things are pretty close together. It's a really nice idea. The yard that I have now is probably 5 or almost 6 inches between, because I was stacking 072 switches, and if they're too far apart, there's way too much real estate there. So these keep them together, and this will allow me to store a lot more trains on my layout in a smaller area. It's more efficient use. And these Ross switches are really awesome. They're so simple. Here's this plastic piece here instead of metal. So I guess I could do a non-derailleur. I don't know. I'll figure it out. I'll do a whole video on that. But man, I got popcorn everywhere. Peanuts, I should say. And then there's one last thing as far as opening stuff up goes that I bought off Grabowski's. I bought this because my one grandfather, who worked for U.S. Steel, he lived up my mom's family. They're from the Pocono region, coal mines up near Hazleton. He was an immigrant, and when he came to this country, he worked in the Hazleton mines, and it was called the colliery, the above ground part, and that was he worked underground digging up the coal. Then when when U.S. Steel opened up the Fairless Hills Steel Mill in Bucks County, outside between Trenton and Philadelphia, it's in Pennsylvania. He took a job there, and all he did was drive the trains. So it's pretty cool that I get to have a U.S. Steel Fairless Works engine that he drove. My grandfather drove in the 50s and 60s. That's all he did there. But when he worked at the colliery, again, he didn't work above ground for the Hazleton mines, but they came out with this Lion Chief 2.0 Lehigh Valley 060T Lehigh Valley coal. So it's like both jobs that he had and he's the one who got me in this hobby. He bought for me and my brothers a train set, gave it to my dad. So when we got older, he died right after I was born. But let's see. All right. Boy, they really taped this up here. There we go. There we go. I'm sure you've probably seen other videos on this. This is a tiny little thing, but this is really, really cool. Look at this. Front of it, the back. A coal goes in the back. So this is just a really nice, inexpensive switcher for 300 bucks. It's Line Chief. It's heavy, but it's a Line Chief 2.0, so it's a pretty good version. You know, it's not Legacy, but it's really close to it. Some people say, "No, it's not. Doesn't have this." It's pretty close to it. As close as you're gonna get. But this is really nice. So that's what I got. So in conclusion, York was fun. It usually is. Well, I shouldn't say usually. It always has been since I've been going. Only the last couple of years. If you can get there, I strongly suggest you go. Meet a lot of people. Saw a lot of other YouTubers there. Went to the YouTube um, meet and greet thing that they had, or seminar, whatever you want to call it. It was probably about 150 people showed up, so it's getting bigger every time. They had this time they had refreshments, uh, so it was really fun. Walked through all the halls and found a lot of things I didn't know I needed. Of course, you always find stuff you don't need. One of the good things was I finally had a resolution to this DCS Explorer. I did a video, please help me. MTH was there, and I got to speak to their tech person. Is this one? Yeah. And I got to speak to their tech person, and as soon as I told him that the power light comes on this thing, that where is it here? This power light comes on, but these three don't come on right away. He told me, he says, yeah, that's the what do you call it, radio board, and they just don't have any extras. He said he tried to get parts, and they wouldn't give him parts. The manufacturer, even though they were going to pay for them, because they just don't have enough to give parts. So he ordered like four extra, and he was going to strip them out and have parts. They wouldn't even send him extra ones. Matter of fact, they shortchanged him, so we can't make any more. That was 2 years ago, and so they don't have extra parts. Even the dealers got shortchanged. Some of them didn't get. If they ordered 10, they maybe got 5. That's what's going on. There's still serious supply chain issues. It's starting to get. At least it seems like it's getting bad. I don't know if it is for a fact, but it's starting to seem like it's getting a little worse again. I guess because things are better and there's more demand and there's just not enough supply and people aren't going back to work like they used to, or they're working other jobs, whatever. But at least I got a resolution to this. In other words, I got to throw this in the trash and eat the 130 bucks I paid for it a year and a half ago. That's what happens when you buy from MTH, because they have nothing extra. Lionel gets a little bit extra with their product simply because they have 1 year warranties, but when it goes beyond that, they don't really have much either. Uh, and everything's built to order. Dakman does a great video where he talks about in his trucking industry, built to order with trucks, and they just don't have parts uh, at all. There's no spare parts, and they're waiting a long time, and the trucks become useless because they have no parts for them to run. Uh, and just it's just terrible what's going on, but it is what it is. So I don't run the world, so I can do about it. I'm not going to complain. Just informing you what's going on. But if I'll be in Allentown in a few weeks, 3 weeks from now, maybe I'll see some of you there. Say hi. I'll say hi to you. One other thing is, I was on the O-Gauge forum and I was supposed to buy something from a guy, and I can't remember who. It was only $10. It was the junk load that goes inside a gondola. I was going to actually paint it and use that for a junkyard and put a couple of them together and make a junkyard. But I got there just a quarter of 12, and I walked around the Orange Hall outside, and I was asking people. I didn't see him, and sorry, I don't have your phone number. I lost it. You gave it to me in the email, and I lost it. And then he never contacted me, asking where I was. So all I can say is I'm sorry. I didn't run into you. I But if you want to contact me again through the forum at GAN Railroad or under Gary, and let me know if you still want to sell it. I'll be at Allentown, or we could hold it till next York. I don't feel like paying to have it mailed to me for $10. But again, sorry for that, and contact me through the forum. Anyway, this is Gary from JN Railroad. Thanks for watching. Please remember to like, share, comment, subscribe, rate, comment, and subscribe. Thank you.